Hey, babes, welcome to part two. I'm gonna get right into it with my top two, so salute. Man like Rumor coming in at number two with Drug Dealing is a Lost Art, and this is why I struggled so much to put Brent here, guys, because literally in a moment of weakness at some point this year, I even tweeted that this was my favorite project of the year, which I lied, which I did lie. I didn't know I was lying at the time, but I was listening and I was just taken away. Blown away. It was amazing, honestly. I love the kind of like trap music he does. It's got a bit of a country flair, it's got a bit of like a R&B flair, and his voice in itself is very like cute. I really can't describe it. But yeah, it was really cool to hear him, and it was my first time listening to him was through the album, was through the EP. So I hadn't like seen or heard that viral video that went viral of Rascal and him sort of like rapping fuck 12, fuck the boys in blue, etc, etc, which I later on watched and I was like, this deserved that virality, because it was like Chef's Kisses. It's hilarious, but it's also like it speaks to like deeper shit, obviously, of being like African American, and especially like in the wake of George Floyd's murder, and all the discourse that we were all having around police brutality, defunding the police, abolishing the police, and stuff like that. So I think also like it coming out at the time that it did was just it made it like just one of the many pieces of art that people were releasing, sort of that spoke to Black Lives Matter in America within that like May-June period. So yeah, it was quite an interesting take. The first song on the album features Westside Gunn, which again I fully respect. If you watch and listen, like follow other like hip-hop blogs and stuff, you realize that like Westside Gunn, The Alchemist, that sort of music has really sort of, it's taking hip-hop by storm again, which is really cool to see everything sort of circling back to the OG like gun raps, cocaine raps, money, vibes. Low-key also toxic vibe, I'm not gonna lie, but hip-hop in general is toxic, so I'm not gonna limit it to just like our Westside Gunn. But yeah, it was cool to have Westside Gunn on that song, and there was still like that Westside Gunny flair with the grrr and the boom 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 stuff, but also very playful. So you had that like, you could tell Rumor was on the song. You can tell it was a Rumor song because it's so playful and fun. And then as the EP progresses, there's more of that. There's the Young Thug remix of Rascal. There's Dealer, which I think is the most popular song on there, featuring Future and I think it's Lil Baby. So yeah, like at the end of the EP, you're just like, again. Like it slaps, it goes up. And I also just love trap music, bruh. Trap for life, in it. So yeah. Number one is a big conspiracy, baby. Number one is J fucking Hus, dog. J Hus. What I said earlier about Brent Faiyaz dropping the beginning of the year, Jay dropped in January, bruv. Like, what sort of a confidence? Only J Hus has that confidence. And it has stayed at number one. I think Big Conspiracy is J Hus's best work. I could go on about this forever, to be honest. This would need its own, like, episode, to be honest. But yeah, Big Conspiracy by J Hus. Every song from the first song, I think the first song features his sister, which is really cool because you can tell this artistry is not limited to Jay. But also he's got like a very like reflective, like mature vibe in the album, but also very much reckless, aggressive, still very much making a mess. J Hus, what are you doing that for? Cause like I love it. I literally love it so much. Every song. Play with Burna Boy. Amazing. Coffee. Guys, that was my favorite song. Repeat was my favorite song. The first time I heard it, I was like, I think it's still my favorite song on the project. But it's like the whole project slaps. And you know when you get that album where like every day you're like, oh no, this is my favorite song today. Tomorrow like this is my favorite song. Tomorrow like that's my favorite song. That was J Hus with Big Conspiracy. Every song on there has so much value. The only critique I have is the LMI, bruh. What was she doing on there? Cause what was she doing? What are you doing, bruh? Like, just take her off. Remove that song. Actually, remove it. I don't know why it was there, but I'm not gonna like rip it too much because the rest of it is amazing. And yeah, dude, like I think it was also just highly anticipated because J Hus prior to that had dropped in 2018 with Common Sense, and that was his debut album. I think it was an album. I don't know, guys, the names of these things, mixtape, album, whatever. But that was his debut project, and Common Sense literally took the world by storm. Everyone was like, "Who is this guy? Why are you so amazing?" J Hus, I don't even want to say he's versatile. I think he has a genre of his own kind of thing. Like he's just curated the sound that is only he can do. Nobody can replicate it. He's got that Caribbean ting going on. He's got obviously the typical like grimy UK vibe going on. Man, he's got some Afro beats in there. It's just everything. It's just everything about him. And then his actual raps and his bars are hard, but also his delivery. A lot of the time it's his delivery also that slaps, bruh. It's the way he says. You could say the most boring, lame thing, but it's J Hus, and I'm like, that's sexy. That's sexy. Like, what? Wow, you're amazing. And he's got, I'm sorry, but he's got BDE for days, bruv. Like, that man, what the hell, bruh? He's confident. Oh, wow, guys. J Hus with Big Conspiracy, definitely number one, undisputed. Anyone who listens to it, I can't imagine someone who would listen to it and think differently and not think that this is fantastic right now. Really, it is. Yeah, I love J Hus for the rest of my life until the day that I die. Every song is nice. Helicopter. The last song is so reflective. I forgot what it's called. I'm so disappointed in myself. But the last song, bruh, when he's there rapping, I also love that he raps about like being black, man, which I'm a sucker for that shit. It's so important that we speak about our lived experiences, and I love the way he does it. About being black, being African, you know. His whole, remember when there was that whole thing with like juju? He talks about that shit, man. I just love J Hus till the day that I die, bruv. Anyway, peace.